Tom's Great Camping Adventure Part 1, Friday. The Arrival and the Night. Tom is a 25-year-old student from London. He loves nature, but he lives in a big, noisy city. He always feels tired because of his exams and city life. One day, he decides to go camping. He wants to see green trees, listen to birds, and sleep under the stars. On Friday morning, Tom wakes up early at 6 a.m. He is very excited. He prepares his big backpack. He puts a green tent, a warm sleeping bag, a flashlight, a map, and some clothes inside. He also takes a small cooking pot, some delicious food, and 3 big bottles of water. At 8 a.m., Tom gets into his small red car. He drives for 3 hours to a beautiful national park. The park has a big blue lake and very high mountains. The weather is perfect. It is sunny and warm, but there is a gentle wind. Tom arrives at the campsite at 11:30 a.m. There are no other people near him. It is very quiet and peaceful. First, he chooses a flat place under a big pine tree. Tom opens his backpack and takes out his tent. It is his first time pitching a tent, so it is a bit difficult for him. He reads the manual carefully. After 30 minutes, the tent is ready. Tom smiles. "I did it," he says. At 1:12 p.m., Tom feels hungry. He eats a cheese sandwich and an apple. After lunch, he decides to go for a walk in the forest. He takes his camera and his map. He walks on a small path. The forest is beautiful. He sees 2 small rabbits and many colorful birds. He takes beautiful photos of them. Suddenly, he sees a beautiful waterfall. The water is very cold and clear. Tom sits on a rock near the waterfall and rests. At 5 p.m., the sun starts to go down. Tom walks back to his campsite. He collects dry wood and small branches from the ground. He makes a circle with big stones and puts the wood inside. He uses his matches to light the fire. The fire is warm and bright. Tom cooks some pasta with tomato sauce in his small pot over the fire. After dinner, he roasts marshmallows on a stick. At 9 p.m., it is completely dark. The sky is clear, and there are millions of bright stars. Tom sits near the campfire and drinks hot tea. At 10:30 p.m., Tom feels sleepy. He puts water on the campfire to extinguish it completely. He enters his tent and gets into his warm sleeping bag. He closes his eyes and sleeps very well. Part 2. Saturday. A morning surprise and a new friend. On Saturday morning, Tom wakes up at 7:30 a.m. He hears a strange sound outside his tent. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Tom gets a little scared. What is that? Is it a big bear? He opens the tent door very slowly and looks outside. He smiles. It is not a bear. It is a small, friendly dog. The dog has brown fur and a short tail. It looks very hungry. Tom takes some bread and sausage from his food box. He gives the food to the dog. The dog eats the food very fast and wags its tail. Tom names the dog Buddy. Buddy decides to stay with Tom. At 9 a.m., Tom makes breakfast. He boils 2 eggs and makes some coffee. He eats his breakfast with his new friend, Buddy. The weather is beautiful again, so Tom decides to go on a longer hike to the top of the mountain. Part 3. Saturday afternoon. Lost in the forest. At 10:30 a.m., Tom and Buddy start walking. This time, they walk up the mountain. The path is steep and rocky. Tom walks slowly, and Buddy runs happily in front of him. After 2 hours of walking, they reach the top of the hill. The view is amazing. Tom can see the entire blue lake and his small green tent from the top. He takes out his phone to take a photo, but there is a problem. His phone battery is dead. The screen is black. Tom says, "That's okay. I have a paper map in my bag." But when he opens his backpack, he can't find the map. He forgot the map at the campsite. Suddenly, dark clouds cover the sun. The weather changes fast in the mountains. It starts to rain a little, and there is a lot of fog. Tom cannot see the path clearly. He feels nervous. Where is the way back? He asks himself. He walks left, then he walks right. Everything looks the same. Tom realizes a scary fact. He is lost. Part 4. Buddy to the rescue. Tom sits under a large rock to stay dry from the rain. He is cold and worried. Buddy looks at Tom and barks loudly. Woof! Woof! Buddy starts running in one direction. Then he stops and looks back at Tom. He wants Tom to follow him. Do you know the way back, Buddy? Tom asks. Tom trusts his dog friend. He follows Buddy through the thick trees. Buddy uses his nose to smell the ground. They walk for 45 minutes in the rain. Suddenly, Tom sees something green through the trees. It is his tent. Good boy, Buddy, Tom shouts happily. He hugs the dog. Buddy saved the day. Part 5. Sunday. Packing up and going home, Tom and Buddy quickly enter the tent. Tom changes his wet clothes into dry ones. He dries Buddy with an old towel. They stay inside the tent because it rains all evening. Tom reads a book with his flashlight, and Buddy sleeps next to his feet. They are safe and warm. On Sunday morning, the rain stops. The sun comes out again. Tom cooks a big breakfast, pancakes and hot chocolate. He shares the pancakes with Buddy. At 12 p.m., it is time to go home. Tom packs his sleeping bag and cleans the campsite. He puts all his trash in a bag because he wants to keep nature clean. He puts his tent in the car. Tom opens the passenger door of his car and says, "Come on, Buddy, let's go home." Buddy jumps into the car. Tom smiles. He started this trip alone, but now he's going home with a loyal best friend. It was an unforgettable weekend.
Emily and Jessica's Riverside Camping Part 1. The plan and the road. Emily and Jessica are two best friends. They live in a small town in Canada. They both work in a big supermarket, and they are very busy during the week. On Friday evening, Jessica calls Emily. "Let's do something exciting this weekend," Jessica says. Emily thinks for a minute and smiles. "Let's go camping by the Blue River," she says. Jessica loves the idea. On Saturday morning at 7 a.m., the weather is perfect. The sky is bright blue and the sun is warm. Emily packs her green backpack, and Jessica brings a big yellow cooler with food. They put everything into Jessica's blue car. They drive for 2 hours through beautiful green hills and tall trees. Part 2. Preparing the campsite at 9:30 a.m. They reach the Blue River. The water is very clean, and they can hear the relaxing sound of the river. "Look over there," Emily says. She points to a beautiful grass area near the water. They park the car and walk to the grass. Together they pitch their big blue tent. Because they are working together, it is very easy and fast. Inside the tent, they put 2 comfortable air mattresses and 2 purple sleeping bags. Jessica opens the yellow cooler. She takes out some cold milk, fresh strawberries and cheese. They sit on 2 small camping chairs and eat a delicious breakfast next to the river. Part 3. Fishing and making a mistake. After breakfast, Emily takes out her fishing rod. Fishing is her favorite hobby. She sits near the river and waits quietly. Jessica reads a romantic book under the sun. After 1 hour, Emily shouts, "Jessica, help me! I have a big fish." Jessica runs to Emily. Together, they pull the fishing rod. Wow, it is a big silver fish. They are very happy because now they have a wonderful dinner. But then Emily makes a mistake. She wants to clean her hands in the river. She leaves her smartphone on a wet rock near the water. Suddenly a big wave comes. Splash! The phone falls into the deep water. "Oh no," Emily says. She looks into the water, but the river is too fast. Her phone is gone. Jessica hugs her friend. "Don't be sad, Emily. It is just a phone. Look at the beautiful nature around us. No phones means no work emails." Emily laughs. Jessica is right. Part 4. Exploring the secret cave at 2 p.m., the friends decide to explore the area around the river. They walk along the water and find a small hidden path behind some old trees. They follow the path for 20 minutes. Suddenly Jessica stops. "Emily, look!" "There is a cave," she says. In front of them, there is a small opening in the mountain. It is a secret stone cave. It is very dark inside. Fortunately, Emily has a small flashlight in her pocket. She turns it on. They enter the cave carefully. The air inside is very cool. They see strange, beautiful rock shapes on the ceiling. Suddenly they hear a small sound. Squeak, squeak. Emily shines the light up. There are 3 small bats sleeping on the ceiling. They are cute, but let's go back, Jessica whispers with a smile. They take a quick photo with Jessica's phone and walk back into the warm sunshine. Part 5. The unexpected rain and the best dinner at 5:00 p.m. The weather changes. Grey clouds cover the sky and it starts to rain. Quick, put the chairs inside the tent, Jessica shouts. They run fast and save their equipment from the rain. They sit inside their dry tent and listen to the rain hitting the fabric. It is a very cozy moment. After 1 hour, the rain stops and a beautiful rainbow appears over the river. The wood on the ground is wet, so making a fire is difficult. But Emily uses some dry pine cones and small paper pieces to light the campfire. Finally, the fire is bright and warm. Emily prepares the fresh fish with some salt and lemon. They grill the fish over the fire. It smells amazing. They also bake potatoes in the hot ash. While they are eating their dinner, they hear a sound from the bushes. Rustle, rustle. Emily and Jessica stop eating. They look at the bushes carefully. 2 big dark eyes look back at them. It is a beautiful deer. The deer looks at the campfire for a few seconds, and then it jumps into the forest quickly. That was magical, Jessica whispers. Part 6, Sunday, time to say goodbye. On Sunday morning, Emily and Jessica wake up with the sound of singing birds. They drink hot coffee and watch the morning fog over the river. At 11 a.m. they start packing. They are very careful about nature. They check the ground and collect every piece of trash. We must leave this place perfectly clean, Emily says. They put the tent and the backpacks into the car. On the drive back home, Emily has no phone, so she looks out the window and enjoys the mountains. It was a beautiful weekend without technology, full of friendship, adventure, and nature.